حياكم مرة ثانية دنقنرونبا 2. كما نقول بسم الله، احنا الحين نحاول نعرف مين اللي ولع بالبيت النار وشلون. فأنا بدي أقول بسم الله. أكيد إلى الآن اللعبة مستمرة على أساس إنه في أحد يذبح بعض، فوش برايك يا كازويتشي؟
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
Domino effect.
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect.
ما تبغى تخيك عليه على كل شيء تقوله.
Let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is.
Damn right. رهيبة البنت. أحسن واحدة بالجزء هذه. Touch wound, burn rope, survive no, تختيم, مانكوما panels. هي كذا مانكوما panels.
The oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
إلى الآن صح.
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
لا.
They probably just threw the lighter.
غلط.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
أنت صح عليك ذي قربت شوي.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
غلط.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
لا.
Or perhaps opening the door caused.
مانكوما panels.
I agree with that.
صح عليك.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
لا.
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels.
ما شفتوها انتم كل شلون طايحة
A huge
كذا؟
number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
إيه.
Does that mean anything?
The killer
يعني كل شيء
probably arranged
هذا.
those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
شاطر كان أحد المفروض يقولون سووا باترن، قالوا وش ثم قال لك هاند مان جامبت ثم تسوي سبيننج لدومينو افكت.
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
احنا قاعدين نسمع.
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
صح عليك.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
ايه. كانت الموسيقى. ال MP3 player. وينه؟ هذا هو.
I see! You're talking about the MP3 player, right?
إيه.
That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
عشان كذا مشغله مو عشان يخلي شيء مرعب. يب هذا سمعناه.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
إيه.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right?
وشو؟
Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
شلون؟ فاين بس كان مقفل. طيب. أكيد كان هي نفسه.
So the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
اها ايش واحد يلعب عليه بيقولوا لي انت اختار
And when
الشيء.
we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
إيه.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
صح.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
صح يجي شلون طلع القاتل.
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
طيب. We could see inside. The killer couldn't have left.
I see.
ما قدر يطلع.
If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
صح. فشلون طلع
Now that you
القاتل؟
mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you
مين؟
know.
صح.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used. You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
ناغيتو.
You don't mean.
That's true. This murder.
Hajime? What do you mean?
واضح. الشخص الوحيد اللي قادر يحط كل القرف هذا كله هو ابن الكلب.
This is my answer.
يعجبني الاكس اللي عليه بعد. شوف شلون غلط.
What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
بس اكيد هل هو
It
الضحية؟
wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim.
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator too. Maybe.
والله تقولي
Are
maybe.
you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid.
اكيد انه هو انتحار.
His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget?
لا ننسى انه هو قرر يتعاون مع القاتل اكثر من مرة.
Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
ايه.
Nagito might do something like that. Don't you think?
ايه لانه هو مهبول.
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
بالعكس الرجول يعني يمديه بس.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
لحظة ريبط رجوله ايه بس يده الثانية ايه بس.
Need to discuss?
ايه.
That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
لا مو مستحيل. في طريقة. في طريقة انه يربط يدينه. touch wound, burn rope. يا ساتر.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
لا في طريقة.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
front tail. ها.
Dirty joke.
Okay.
Is that a dirty joke?
ايه. مرة اللي صار قاعد يحكي كازويتشي. If your assumption that to commit suicide is correct, Nick should have tied himself up too. Sure, tying your arms and legs by yourself is impossible, but did he really tie both arms and legs?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
غلط.
No, that's wrong.
ربط اليد الثانية من مربوطة. ليه؟ لأن ما شفنا حط الحبل كأنه محترق، بس
Hold on a second.
بس جاكيته ما أبو
Isn't that
شيء.
premise flawed?
بس جاكيته ما أبو شيء، ما بعلامة حرق ولا شيء.
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms.
كان بس رجوله وواحدة من يدينه.
The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that.
بس
But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
الدليل his right sleeve.
I see.
جاكيته.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree?
ما أبو شيء
Burn
كان.
like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
إيه.
And Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah,
Hey.
that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
لا.
Akane, you should not give it away for free.
Make
Make sure they pay you first.
يعني ما قالت كان لا تخليهم يسووا كذا، لا قالت لا تدخل ببلاش، خلهم يدفعون أول.
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me.
مو
right?
بهذا.
I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know.
It's
إيه.
impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand.
آه.
Much is obvious.
العروسة حط السكين وضرب يده.
Hajime, you tricked me. Give me back that Benjamin.
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then
في
hurry
طريقة.
up and spill it.
If
طيب.
it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000%
ساتر.
interest.
في طريقة. قلت كالعروسة. حط السكين ثبته وبخ يده. مانكوما بلشي. حاول عليه.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall,
لا.
could he stab his hand that way?
لا غلط.
Is he a throwing knife expert?
ما ندري عنه رجال يفاجئنا
Maybe he
كل
could
مرة.
drop the knife somehow?
صح عليك.
I agree with that. The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach.
والدم اللي حوله.
He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
يا ساتر حتى
So the
موتته
blood on the
ضريبة.
plushie came from
عظمته
Nagito after he
ضريبة.
stabbed the knife into his
يا
own
عيني.
right hand.
حتى موتته مضروبة.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment,
مهبول.
I seriously thought Monokuma died or something. A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
عروسة
After
طول شعره.
stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie. So he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
عشان يحرقه.
Probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem.
وش هي؟
The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right?
Eh.
If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
لا في حبل شوف ماسكه.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain,
لا.
stabbed the knife into his right hand.
لا مستحيل ذي.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
اوكي.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one more time. I need you recorded. For real.
كل تبر يا
Hey,
كاسويتشي.
bastard, you better cut it out.
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
مو
But no matter
impossible.
what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else. I also agree with that.
يعني هو انتحر.
To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
الوحيد اللي قادر على هذه هو ناغيتو.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But
لا.
that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time too.
دائما كل الشابتر يقولون لك اوه دائما خيانة وخيانة بنت دنقنرونبا 1 و 2 الى حد ما 3.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
اوه
Monomi sassing me.
اكبر هم من انتم.
It's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
صح.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
ايه
Of course, that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
اكيد انت وياه برا
As
السالفة.
Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
يب هذا دائما موجود
I also
بدنقنرونبا.
believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
دائما كل جزء اوه ودي اثق بحد ودي اثق
Do you
بحد.
really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult,
صح.
but I never said impossible.
لا تسمع زين.
I feel that there's Some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
والله منه واضحة، أنا فهمتها من قبل القضية.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together.
خلنا
That's
نتعاون.
how we made it this far up till now.
Everyone working together.
يب خلنا نتعاون مع بعض.
Let's do this.
واضحة الطريقة والله. والله منه واضحة. On his left hand.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito,
إيه.
his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
إذا أنا صح.
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
خطأ.
No, that's wrong.
لا يد اليسار يقدر يستخدمه.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But
إيه
there was
بس كان
something
ماسك
off
شيء.
about his left hand.
الدم.
The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange?
يعني كان يده مفتوحة كذا، ليش ما طشر الدم عالية؟ يعني طش كذا على الحواف غريبة
He only
شوي.
had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off.
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain. But it's not the only unnatural bloodstain.
على يده. اللي وراه.
There's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
كل
We
شيء.
might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
كان ماسك شيء gripping.
I see!
ماسك الحبل حق الرمح.
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
لا.
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear.
على طول تفكيره غلط. الله يهديك يا كاني.
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
صح.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think?
Chiaki.
Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
تقولي maybe تراك تحطميني شوي.
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear. I
حلو.
think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
كان ماسك الكورد.
I see! That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord.
Eh.
There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut off section about the same size as a human fist?
إيه.
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh?
أعتقد إنه واضحة يعني.
The blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
أوه.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself.
لا.
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
والله سهل. واضح.
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
وقت الشاحي الحين برمضان حنا.
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
اسم طويل.
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time. What does that mean?
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
كان متعلق هذا بالحديد اللي فوقه. فهمت علي؟ ترك كذا مسحوب فوقه بالحديد بهذه الحديدة وتركه. لا تقول كل شيء الهاند ما قام، بتش كل شيء الهاند. الحمد لله. هاند ما قام بتمرة سيئة. خلينا نلعب لوجيك دايف. للاسف ليه خلينا دنقنرونبا بشكل عام انه بكل جزء تحسن القصه، بس الميني جيمز يبتلن سيئات. يعني المحاكمه كذا انك تبدا تطلق الكلام، هذه ممتعه مره ممتعه صدقني. ممكن العب لعبه هذه فتره طويله، بس اللي هي لوجيك دايف وهذول مره سيئات، مره سيئات. بس ما اقدر الومهم كثير. ليه؟ لانه before it impaled كان فوقه. يعني ما الومهم ليه؟ يبونك تغير بالجيم بلاي، يعني كذا تسوي نفس الشيء راح تزهق. زي لحد ما تشبه كثير فينيكس رايت. بس الفرق بينه وبين فينيكس رايت انك فينيكس رايت اذا خسرت القضيه تعيدها من اولها، هنا اذا خسرت في تشيك بوينت. فاشوف ان دنقنرونبا تفوز بفينيكس رايت احسن. تفوز بنقطه من فينيكس رايت. Beside the spear, what else above Nagito? Ceiling grinder. يلا خل نروح. يعني بحس انهم بعد يوصل زي لوجيك دايف هذولي، يعني مرة مرتين بقضية ما في مشكلة، بس اللي مرة توخرونه هاند مان جامبت. لقيت انه بعدين ينزلون قرار. كان هذه مثل جير التدريب. لقيتهم بعدين ينزلون قرار ولا شيء انه شلون انه تقدر تطفي ميني جيمز معينه، ما تاخذ A+ حلو من المحاكمه، تاخذ يعني مثلا يبغون بس يمشون القضيه ما يهمهم منطقيا. تاخذ مثلا B ولا C. What item connected the spear cord. يعني مثلا قل مثلا اذا قلت ما بيلعب هاند مان جامبت وخرته اخذ B ما اخذ A. يعني زي كذا توازن الاثنين مع بعض. It's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
Complete.
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
ايه
Perpendicular. In the middle of the air?
ايه.
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
That'd be awesome, but
That'd be
probably
awesome.
use the ceiling girder directly above him.
ناجيتو اصلا كان ايش اسمه سايكومان اسمه جير 1.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder and using that as a support.
يطلع بعد شيء هو بالاخير لازم نغير اليد.
He hoisted the spear directly above him.
شفت؟
And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
اوتش ايش بلاك
I
انت؟
noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious?
الحين
He really committed suicide? Like that?
الحين كازويتشي باختصار يوصف الشابتر هذا بالنسبة لي الحين.
He
اللي بعد هذا الحين.
probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
الحين بيختصر القضية بكاملة.
I agree. When I was investigating
يلا بسرعة
this
اطلع
case,
كازويتشي.
I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
ايه.
Then, this is for real?
الحين.
He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
كله كان هو. الحين يبي يوصف الحين.
Not
بعده
just that,
بسرعة.
He did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
ايه.
Put the duct tape on his mouth too?
عشان ما يصرخ.
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
بس الحين قلت في لاين بيقول كازويتشي يوصف القضية هذه.
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
ايه.
Did he want us to die that bad?
الحين.
It's messed up. It's seriously so messed up.
قلت لك that's messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
بس لو تفكر نتكلم احنا عن ناجيتو، ما يبي الإجابة تصير سهلة.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right?
Eh.
Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick.
عشان يبعدنا عن
He
بعض.
made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He
صح.
tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
لا يزال في شيء بالقضية هذه.
You are right, I suppose.
مو بهذا السبب اللي خليني أحبه، في أشياء كثيرة بالقضية دي أحبها أنا.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself.
بس في شيء.
I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
قول إيه، إحنا طالعين.
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do
لا.
you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
قول
You
إيه.
are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right?
هي ما راح تكون نهاية القضية الأخيرة إذا ما كانت رهيبة، فلا طويلة هي تونا.
It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
يا حليلك شكلك أول مرة تلعب دنقنرونبا.
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
انقهر.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
لو ناجيتو هنا
Like who
إيش
the
كان راح
traitor
يقول؟
is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is. No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide.
بس
But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense. And it relates to Nagito's death.
وهو كان دائما موجود بكل قضية بس ما هو موجود هنا.
Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
شيء واحد ناجيتو ما يقدر يلعب فيه.
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
للأسف. شيء واحد دليل ناجيتو ما يقدر يلعب فيه. ويقدر يسوي بشيء وشو؟ ماناكوما فايل.
I see.
is it about the Monokuma file?
في شيء هنا.
That's it.
وش هو؟ خلنا نقرأ بسرعة. The victim Nagito Komeda, the body discovery, the anticipated time of death, believed to be Sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there's multiple stab wounds on his thighs. وش هو؟ وش سبب القتل؟ كل جريمة قبل كان موجود أو ما عدا الرابعة راح لأنه عشان يلخبط بين الاثنين. ما يخليكم تعرفون شو الدافع الموت مع انه كان واضح. هنا ما هو فيه. فهذا اللغز اللي باقي. ليش ماناكوما يوخروا كذا عبث؟ بس اللهم قالوا في رمح ببطنه. بس هل الرمح هو سبب موته؟
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
عشان قلت لكم القضية ذي رهيبة والتشابتر ذا رائع. اوه لا. طبعا متلخبط بين الاثنين. cause of death. انا متلخبط بس بين شخصيتين من دانغنرونبا V3 و 2. cause يعني مثلا عندك شويتشي من هو شويتشي غير اسمه شويتشي. لا شويتشي ذاك المحقق كان ناسي اسمه بس ذاك رهيب، ذاك اللي ما غير يطقطق عليهم اللي يسمونه التيمت سوبريم ليدر. هذا كان رهيب. ما ادري ايهم احسن هو ولا ناجيتو. لا تخبط اي وين حرف التي. يلا لا ديث تي انا قلت صح. لا اي الحين تي death cause of death.
I got it.
ممتاز.
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
ايه بس لما قالوا في رمح ببطنه.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
بس هنا لا.
The cause of death is obvious, is it not?
لا.
The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was a cause of death.
لا لو cause of death كان.
It's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
لا هو مهم نعرف احنا مونوكوما.
Well, Monokuma, I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth.
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case.
صح نسيت قضية ميكان. طبعا اللي ما يعرف بسرعة I plead the fifth هذه باختصار بأمريكا انك تقدر انك ما تتكلم عن شيء ممكن يضرك.
The thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
ايه.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
نعم.
Hold on a sec. Then are you saying there's more to Nagito's death?
ايه ما راح هذه ما راح يكون لها اي علاقة ناجيتو ما راح يموت بطريقة غبية.
Are you suggesting again that his death wasn't a suicide?
ايه.
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide.
بس.
But it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
لا.
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations. And that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
لا.
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily?
قايل لكم ناجيتو بن كلب.
I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
ما حنا بأخوة يا حنا.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote?
لا.
I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe.
You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
Yep.
This is friggin' annoying.
كلنا بنشتكي بس عاد شكوى الله
If you
كازويتشي.
guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
ديبان.
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait.
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right.
يا حليلك انتي. Everything should be alright. ما في شيء راح يصير alright.
That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
No despair. When Nagito absolute hope that can overcome any despair. كلب. حتى هو مستانس. سسبند. هذا الحمد لله هذه آخر واحدة عاد. من عقبه راح يروح فهذا الشيء مثل ما فهمت عليه بالحماس توقف القضية تاخذ فرامل بقوة عشان بس نسمع اثنين نكتون. ولقيت بعضهم يضحكن. خلاص انتوا يا اسكتوا. اوكي. يعني 1 2 3 منهن كيوت يضحكن هاها، بس بعد كل قضية تقول خلاص ترى بيخت.
I'm Monami. By now there's nothing more for me to say.
الحمد لله.
Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome. That's why I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna... That's basically it.
عجبتني
So if
اختصرت
we're
كل
working
شيء.
together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
ايه.
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear.
فهذا اجزع النقاش، هذا اجزع
It's
بزبالة.
better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound.
بس انا مو
It wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
مو هو اللي راح يؤدي لقتله.
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Are we finished already?
I feel like it's possible that we overlooked something.
السم.
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly! We should cooperate at a time like this.
السم اللي لقيناه بغرفة ناجيتو. بس شلون شرب السم؟
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right?
لا.
It's not the other wounds, right?
صح.
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
لا خطأ.
There's no way he burned to death.
ايه جثة لازالت
Was
موجودة.
the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
صح عليك.
I agree with
يا اخي سونيا ذيبانة والله صدق بنت الذين رائعة. الله انها رهيبة ذي.
I totally forgot about that possibility.
اكثر الناس يقولون تشياكي ازين واحدة، اقول لهم كلوا تبن. سونيا ما عليك منها هي ازين واحدة.
If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
Poison? It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
لقيناه بثلاجته.
When I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing.
ايه.
I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
صح.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
ايش قصدك؟
What does that mean?
But even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood,
ما راح تلاحظه.
there's no way we'd notice them easily.
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
طريقة والله قوية.
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No,
لا.
the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
يمكن لو تذكر بسم انه لو احتمى يطلع بخار يموتك.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
مو بوقته.
Totally overvaluing that tail.
His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
ايه.
Hell no. No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear.
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, It might be easier to think about what really killed him.
قلنا السم.
Operation Elimination Method.
Elimination method,
The
ها.
hint should be written on the poison's warning label.
شوف. Those viruses low liquids dangerous when vaporized. قال خطر لما يحتمي. الحمد لله على بالهاند مان جامبت. اللحظة خفت أنا. يلا لوجيك دايف. ممتاز. خلاص قد بنص وضعك سليم ان شاء الله. ممتاز. اول سؤال. Question 1. What state with the poison in when knocked on? Can guess. عشان كذا ولع النار مو عشان يحرق الأدلة ولا شيء لا. هذا شيء وحيد ناقته يقدر عليه يسويه لأنه مهبول. كازويتشي ذكرت اسمه. لا مو كازويتشي. ايش كان اسمه؟ مو بشويتشي. شويتشي ذاك محقق. أو لا إنه شويتشي. والله نسيت اسمه بس في شخصية رهيبة هو كأنه ناجيتو من دنقنرونبا في 3 هذا رهيب يا هو رائع بس للأسف قضيته الشابتر 5 ما كانت زي حق ناجيتو. How did the poison enter his Nagito's body? Through his nose. يعني قال شمع عشان كذا شفنا شطرطون لازق بخشته. لازم نسوي ساوند افكت زي تو. يلا الدقري لا سؤالين بس. واو الحمد لله هذه ما هي طويلة عاد. ممتاز.
It's all coming together.
ممتاز حلينا. الحمد لله هذه قصيرة يعني طويلة.
What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
انه لو احتمى يصير خطر.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose.
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse?
ايه.
Poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse. Why didn't it kill us?
لما نكون وقفنا sprinklers.
I see. The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
بس السؤال يطرح نفسه شلون ولع عن هذا السم؟
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
ايه.
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
It's heavier than air, it breaks down in minutes. عشان كذا ما نكون قال لا تدخلون.
Of course! Hydrolysis! The chemical bonds that form the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers.
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it.
ايه.
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poison.
ايه هو كان السم.
The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
ها؟ شلون سوت؟
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
بس شلون خلى السم يعني يحتمي؟
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right. All the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
لا.
Well, but
What? There's still more?
Not all mysteries have been solved. Nagito's motive. Suicide just so he could kill every last one of us? لا. لو انه هنا وش راح يقول؟
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
الا فيه دافع حقه ليش وش كان
There
يسوي
might have
هالقى؟
been, An accomplice.
ها؟
Chiaki, what did you just say?
صح علي، يمكن هو تعاون مع ذاك. انا اعرف وش هي بس ما ودي اقول خرب عليكم.
If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought,
إيه.
then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
قلتكم
Anything that looked like poison?
علبة شيء أي شيء.
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
The bomb. لا غلط. The meat on the bone. The container.
I see. Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
إيه.
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
أتوقع إنه وضح شلون جاء السم.
Carry around poison without putting it in a container?
إيه ما يبي له تفكير.
What's written on the warning label?
ما يبي له تفكير.
The container probably melted in the fire.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate.
إيه.
Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
أعتقد إنه وضحت شلون جاء السم.
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible. I mean, an accomplice? It is just too...
Like, does that really matter all that much? I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
لا يا كازويتشي هذا يلعب كل القضية.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Ah, you're right. You're totally right. That's totally it.
لو ناقته هنا وش راح يقول؟ راح يقول أوه هذا أملكم.
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
أوه للأسف يا كازويتشي في unexpected twist هنا الحين بتجيك. I don't hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt by anyone by hurting someone else.
That's no good.
حتى هو يقول لا.
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else.
بس ما يبون يذون أحد لو قال ناقته suicide. فهمت علي؟ ما يبون يلومون أحد يقول أنت القاتل. قلت لك ناقته كان سايكومانتس.
But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us.
ويطلع بعد شيء يقول you didn't save often, didn't you?
He'd probably say something like, so that's the extent of your hopes.
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh? The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga. Still, that's pretty messed up.
That's pretty messed up.
You just be quiet.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right?
لا.
Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
إلا.
It'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is?
إيه.
Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
يب هذه اللعبة تتبع مسار مسار بيرسونا 4.
There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
جابته. لا تقول هاندمان قامت، لا تقول لي لا تقول لي لا تقول لي لا. انقلعي فاير. عطني عطني عطني. فاير جر جي ار جر ان ني بي ساتر قاعد اخسر طاقتي والحين ايه عيط هذه. اني اي يلا اي يس على اخر شيء. ها قايل لكم شفت شلون سيئة بخصوص بذا الجزء.
I see. I got it.
Huh?
لقاه. يلا راحوا في مقطع شباب، يعطيكم الف عافية على المشاهدة، والحين نكمل القضية لان بعد هذه تصير قضية مرة رهيبة. كما اخوكم عبد السلام ومع السلامة.